My name's Molly Paatz. I'm a first year trainee. I'm currently sat in the real estate department. I've been here for 9 months and I'm in my second seat. Work at Burgess Salmon over the last 9 months has been really challenging, really interesting, but really exciting. I've really enjoyed everything that I've been given the opportunity to do so far. Everyone here is very welcoming and supportive, so even though I've been pushed, I've definitely been looked after along the way. Here at Burgess Salmon, we do a 6-seat training contract system, so every seat is 4 months long. And I think that's a definite advantage because you get the chance to experience a greater variety of seat choices. So even if you home in on something you enjoy right away, you can experience lots of complementary seats. And if, like me, you're somebody who's not sure where they want to qualify, I've got 6 opportunities to make that decision. After I've completed the training contract and I qualify, I think the prospects are good. People seem to respond well to the NQ program that we operate here, and people are really very supportive all the way up the chain here at Burgess Salmon. So obviously I'm not there yet, so I don't know how the newly qualifieds are finding it. But I'm looking forward to hopefully becoming a qualified solicitor here. I definitely get the impression that Burgess Salmon are recruiting their partners of the future. You don't just feel like a number here. You are, known amongst the firm, and you are, recognised as one of the trainees. So I think they definitely put a lot of time and effort into investing in you and progressing. And I don't think that stopped at the end of the 2-year training contract. I think that will continue throughout, hopefully, your long career here. I grew up in South Devon, and I went to university at Cardiff where I read law. So I was keen to stay in the southwest. I knew that I didn't want to go to London, but I didn't want that to sacrifice on the quality or the type of work that I would get to do. So Burgess Salmon was the natural choice for a big, interesting commercial firm in the heart of Bristol. In my second year of uni, when I was starting to look at training contract options, we were obviously bombarded with firms who are trying to sell themselves to you. And London seemed like the place that everyone was going. And that didn't sit right with me. I didn't feel like I wanted to start my career in the city. And when I found Burgess Salmon, they made that feel like that was not just an option, but a really good, legitimate option to come here and do the same quality of work, get paid really well, but get to live in the lovely city of Bristol. I really like Bristol as a city. It's got a lot going on. There's always new restaurants, bars, shops opening up, but it's also, you're only a few minutes from the countryside. You can get out, you can walk, you can go to the sea. It's just a really friendly, vibrant city. It feels like it's got a real identity of its own, and it's been really nice being welcomed into that over the last year or so since I've lived here. After I got my training contract in my second year, I knew that I would need to move to do the LPC, and it seemed obvious to come to Bristol as that would be where I'd be establishing my career. So it was a bit nerve-wracking moving straight after uni to come and do the LPC here, but Burgess Salmon are really good at keeping in touch with you all the way through from when you get your training contract, so I never felt like I was completely out there on my own. And as soon as I got here, I discovered that about half of the other trainees were also studying the LPC at the College of Law in Bristol. So I was already starting to make connections for my career going forward, and I'm still good friends with lots of the people that I met on the LPC. So that's been, it was really nice. I did a vacation scheme here at Burgess Salmon in my second year of university, which was a really, really good experience. It was 2 weeks. I spent a week sitting in the dispute resolution department and a week sitting in pensions. They also put on lots of social events for us. We did bowling, wine tasting, we had a barbecue, and it was a really fun 2 weeks with the other 9 or 10 of us that were on the vacation scheme together. Obviously met a lot of the current trainees who were here at the time, and they made a real effort to make us feel welcome. I'm most proud when I get to walk around Bristol, which is a city that I've grown to love over the last year and a half, and I look at buildings or projects that are going up, and I think I've worked on that. I'm starting to put my mark on this city, and I get the opportunity to do that by working here. Learning and development is taken very seriously here. They've put a real effort into developing us, not just as trainees, but as the lawyers that we're going to become in 2 short years. So throughout your training contract process, at every seat, you're reviewed informally by your supervisor at the 2-month mark, and then formally at 4 months. So you get a real good idea of how your progress is going, and you can set action points throughout that, so you're never left for 6 months not wondering, not knowing how you're going to go on. There's also a lot of emphasis placed on training, so we are sitting the professional development course, and we're also encouraged to attend the firm and department-wide training that goes on. So there's definitely a lot of opportunity to develop yourself as a lawyer, not just through the work that you're doing on your desk. I would definitely recommend Burgess Salmon for anybody who's looking for a training contract. We're a serious contender if what you want to do is interesting, high-level commercial work, but you don't like the idea of the city lifestyle. Bristol is a fantastic place to live, and we can offer all the benefits of the high-quality work that your contemporaries in London will get. The first day I walked into Burgess Salmon on day 1 of my training contract was exciting but scary. I think it enforced to me that all throughout your degree you are in pursuit of a training contract, and that's all everybody's talking about is getting a training contract. And day 1 starting here, I realised that is the first step on a very long road of your career. But I was really excited that I'd chosen such a welcoming place to make that first step. And I haven't looked back. My advice to the next intake or anybody looking for a training contract is don't worry that you don't know everything, because you will never know everything. Everybody is still learning. Every day's a school day here, and I wish I had appreciated that more and hadn't worried quite so much before I'd started. Burgess Salmon do embody their values: quality, commitment, respect, ambition, fairness, collaboration. I think I see that in my day-to-day life. We are all encouraged to work together collaboratively, and there's a real strive to quality of the work that you do and the quality of the service that you provide to the client. But the thing that really strikes me is the ambition of the firm. We're going places, and we want you to come as well. And that's definitely the feeling that I get all the way down from partner level to trainee. I think ambition was something that stood out to me from when I first started at my vacation scheme. There's a real energy and buzz about the firm. People are excited about the work that they're doing and the clients that we're doing it for. Inclusion I've chosen because I think that there is a real effort to include everybody in the teams and matters. There aren't things that are, reserved for partners only. They try to get trainees involved right from the get-go, and that's really important for me as part of my training, that I get the chance to experience work at all levels. Supportiveness for me has been something that I've experienced throughout my training contract. The work that we do is challenging, and you're definitely pushed to your limits as a trainee and beyond, I'd imagine. But there's always somebody that you can speak to about it, somebody who will help you check your work, point out areas for improvement, and help you when things go wrong, as they will inevitably do. So definitely support has been something that I've experienced throughout my training contract.